I came across this social media platform where these people are promoting bedwinching, they are promoting divesting. And for many of the websites, you will be surprised, well, some of you will be surprised to see that lots of these websites are run by African women. Many of them are run by African women who are in relationship with European men, and you know they say misery like company. So because they have allowed themselves and their womb and their mouth and their body, their soul, their mind and their heart to get colonized just like their ancestors' land, they want other people to do the same. But in addition to that, they found out that many other women and men, especially on the continent, are desperate for pale love. There's no white. I know what white is, a white t-shirt is. They are desperate for pale love. And these are the same people who like to say that love is blind, but they are specific in wanting a pale man or a pale woman. So this website, this particular one, this guy from Kenya reached out to me on WhatsApp. I guess he was an admin on this particular website. And he reached out to me to WhatsApp, and this is the WhatsApp right here. And I want you to notice at the top where he says, genuine matchmaking for born-again Christians. They are using religion and God to promote their diabolic, evil, bedwenching, divesting, etc. And I'm going to be more specific as to why I call it evil, as the messages will show. But the thing that saddens me is how much men and women, specifically mostly women, by the way. You know, I know a lot of women like to try to defend that, but it's mostly women I've seen. I've been looking at these things for a long time, who join these groups, and all these numbers here, the 254 are numbers out of Kenya. All these numbers supposed to be people who have joined the group, and these are some of the images that this individual and whoever he works with post. And a lot of the image, I must note, are AI, but most of them are with white men and black woman. I don't know if this man is a European, a pale man or a white man, or if he's a black man. But it wouldn't surprise me if he's a black man. In fact, I believe he is. But he's about his money. Here's another image, and if you look closely in this image, you would see that it seems like some type of AI image with black man, white woman here holding the Sweden flag. Like I mentioned, most of the images are white man, a black woman. This one says, 2 cultures, 1 love, and a home full of grace. Congratulations on your next part of your life. I'm really happy for you guys. It's not easy to find a white man who will love like that. It's with God's grace, and he did it again. As for now, have almost 50 whites who are single and ready to mingle. Inbox if you know you are honest and a serious Christian born-again person who's ready to love unconditionally. As you all know, whites are so wealthy, so what will you bring to the table is only love. But now, we have reduced the registration fee so that most of you can take chances, and many people are joining and falling for it. This one says, if you are within East Africa and you want a white partner, that you will meet within 3 days, please inbox now with your details. I mean Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania. All right? So he's gunning at the ladies. Many ladies are falling for this, gullible. And here we go with the diabolic crap. He's using a biblical verse stating, "For I know the plans that I have for you, says the Lord, plans to prosper you, not to harm you." If you have been praying for a white partner, since a white partner comes from God, God has good plans for you. What you need to do is to have faith and keep believing in yourself, because in God's time, everything will fall in place. When the two souls are meant to be together, nothing can stop it. I'm here today to connect you with a partner who will take care of you, be financially and emotionally. Be it financially and emotionally. My dating advice is make effort to truly listen to your partner, communicate openly, honestly, and always maintain the connection with each other. Otherwise, registration fee for connections is discounted. Everyone can afford it. So inbox now with your details. I connect you. Right? So he's working hard. This next one says, you want to enjoy the rest of your life? Get yourself a loving white partner and your life will change. Have a reduced registration fee so that everyone can afford it. And again, these are people who supposedly join in. This one says, can someone inbox for connection? No. Registration fee is affordable. Please inbox when you are ready. Like I said, I'm going to get to a text messages between me and this individual right here. And we're going to see how godly this person is. I'm going to run through these quick. I'm not going to read the rest of these. For time's sake, I'm going to just scroll down and you can kind of see what this person is promoting and people are joining. All right. This one say, happy Sunday, everyone. I'm happy for this couple as they shown me what true love entails. They are still valuing themselves even after having their lost bond. But here in Africa, you retire from love. So I'm here to tell you that choose wisely. A good partner comes from God, so keep praying for one. And he's letting you know that it is affordable for everyone. Is there anyone who needs to be connected with a white partner who's already in his or her country? Kindly send your details. I can't believe the evil. That's why I say the level of respect that I had for Africa as a whole, I have lost it. And that is why I say, even with black people in general, the thing that messed up so many of our revolutionists in the past is that they try to wake up all black people. But remember that these are the same people, many of them, the same spirit that you're seeing in this guy is the same spirit that sold you into slavery. They are the devil. In this one, he says, get yourself a loving, rich partner who will support you both financially and emotionally, and you will enjoy the rest of your life. Stay away from toxic relationship. Otherwise, I'm here to connect you with a white partner. Send your details, inbox, and after payment and registration fee, you will be connected instantly. Again, these are on Facebook and so forth. There are a lot of interracial dating websites, and they are promoting this type of stuff mainly to make money off of gullible, low self-esteem, self-hating black people. Okay, so with that, let us now move on to the text message between me and this guy. This text message between me and this guy, he had sent me a message wanting to know where I am from, and I said I'm from Kenya, which I am not from Kenya, of course, I'm from the Caribbean. But I responded saying that I am from Kenya, and then he requested some information from me. He wanted my name, age, the age gap of the partner I'm looking for, the occupation, HIV status, and charges are available, he said. And then he questioned why my phone number had a US area code, because I once lived in the States and I still have the same phone number, right? But anyway, I answered him, and he said that the registration fee is $1,000. I said, okay. He asked if I'm ready. I said, I have no idea who you are. And then he said, it's okay. Sorry for bothering you. I said, no worries. You did not bother me. I came here simply because I want to know more about the site. The person said, okay. I gave a sad face, and they came back and they say, are you interested? I said, yes, I am interested. And he said, can I see a picture of you? All right. And I did look up what this means, but I don't remember it. So whoever speaks this language, you can tell me. Right. But anyway, I said, he asked for a picture, and I said, I am a bit nervous. I'm in a shaky relationship and don't want my pictures out there just yet. Then he responded in saying, skip and leave my group. I gave a sad face. He said, I said, okay, I will join. Just give me some time. It's a Texas area code. I called out his area code because Texas also have 254. And then he basically called me a liar here, right? Like the devil is a liar, or whatever the case is, because he know his area code is of Kenya. But at the time, I didn't know it was Kenya until I look it up and realized that it's Kenya, right? But he said he told me that my English is off because I went at him here and said, it's okay. People like you are the reason why Africans are always last, and the reason that transatlantic slave trade happened. You are willing to do anything for money, including selling black women and children to white men. Asian and European women would never do such a thing. And I said that because at first I thought it was a black woman, because again, most of the sites that I've run into, black women are the admin. But here, this is a guy. And at this time I didn't know. But to continue what I said to him, people like you are scum of the black race and of the earth, self-hating. You are a disgrace to the ancestors, but I know you don't care. And if you are working with white men, and I say this again because most of the admins that I've saw were with white men. I said, if you're working with white men to do this, you are no different, right? But anyway, let's continue down a bit. He called me. He said, bro, you don't know English. I said, if you are a dude doing this, you are weak. He said, I'm sorry, man. I have failed you. I said, stop being selfish. It's much bigger than you. And then he said something in his language. I said, that's why the Chinese and Europeans are running your country. You are mentally colonized. You're weak, and so forth. Okay. I also said, are you in Europe? And after I found out he was in Kenya, I said, Kenya, you are disappointing, because I always looked up to Kenya. I always loved Kenya, right? I said, I read such strength about your country, and to see this is sad. Stop selling your people. That is when this Christian person, this one who's, as I mentioned earlier, using biblical verses and talking all this stuff about trusting in God, he said, you are a weak MF. And that's when I changed it up a bit and I said, hey, look at this. I will be in Kenya later this year. I will find the real ones and work with them. as we are doing in other places, right? And I'm playing this game with them because I know these people right here are just snakes. And his response was, if your rear end is slippery, I feel like sliding. This is the same person promoting all this Christianity. No, he's pushing this boogerism and the weird behavior right here, right? That's what he's promoting. The same person who's conning all these women, telling them to trust in God and to give him their money so that he can connect them to a white man, because white people are rich and will take care of them. But anyway, when he said that weird, freaky mess, I told him he's a real demon and he laughed about it. I said, find other ways to make money. He said, are you sure? I responded and said, if you need help, let me know. And this is me now playing that snake game with a snake. I said, there are far better ways to make a profit. And then he responded with a crying face saying that, yes, I'm poor. And so I decided to respond in saying, I understand, but why did you choose to make money this way? Are you making good money doing it? Are there many people who register? And is it mostly men or women? Is it black women? Why do you think that is? Because I'm trying to understand why so many of them are falling for this. Why so many of them are so desperate to allow themselves to be colonized, to allow their womb to be colonized, to grant more access to the land. And his response to me was, F you. You see the kind of stuff that is going on. This guy realized that there's a sickness when it comes to black people, especially in Africa, where there's this self-hate, and now he's using it to make money. He realized that a lot of them want mixed babies. They don't like their dark skin. They don't like their nose. They don't like anything about themselves. And they worship white Jesus. They worship the white man. Very sad. And that is why I say divesting is a sickness. It's a mental sickness, especially with the history that we have. Especially with the history. And yes, we have the same stuff in the Caribbean too. I've seen it. I know this sister, dark-skinned sister, out of Haiti. And guess who she allowed to impregnate her, give her 2 kids? A French man. And French is who colonized Haiti. They are the ones who gave Haiti hell for years because they had to give up their slaves. And this woman allowed herself to get impregnated not once but twice by a Frenchman. The problem with many black people today is the thing they call Stockholm Syndrome. It is a real thing. You can say all you want about it is an individual thing. No. Your oppression was not an individual thing. It was a people thing. It was based on a people. And systems were created. And those systems exist to this day. Those systems didn't go anywhere. Those banks that existed at that time, most of them are still around and have rebranded themselves. Many of them. And that is why when you go to these countries, the same people are still running things. And this love for these folks is what you call Stockholm Syndrome. The divesting is what you call Stockholm Syndrome.